right? It's 7:05. And first, welcome again. This is the Bangkok Blockchain Meetup. And just one second, I will ask you to mute yourself just for the others to be able to listen. So again, my name is Maxime. I'm the CMO of Atato, and we organize this meetup every month for almost 2 years now, when it was the crypto winter, right? And now we have a lot of new faces. And that's the reason why we wanted to do this session on security. Being in the crypto space for quite some time, we have a lot of people coming to us and saying, okay, how do I secure my assets? What should I use? And I'm scared that people are actually going to hack my account. So yes, it's a question that a lot of people are asking. I know that for some of you, what we are going to present tonight might seem a bit like easy, and for others it's going to be something difficult, but we will try to make it general for everybody to understand. So before we start, just would like to say something. At Atato, we are based in Bangkok, and we are basically building blockchain infrastructure for digital asset businesses, and we are recruiting. We are looking for senior backend developers, security engineers, and team lead to join us. We are a growing company, French Thai company, but I would say more Thai than French. And please, if you are looking for an opportunity to join the blockchain space, you can actually email me or hit me up on Facebook or on the Atato Facebook page. So please feel free to reach us. And first, I'd like to introduce our star guest of tonight. A lot of you know him. We call him the president of the Thai Digital Association, and also someone that actually has been doing a lot for the Thai blockchain community over the past years. Khun Bit from Bitcast. And welcome, and thanks a lot for joining us. So tonight we are going to make you two presentations. The first one from Khun Bit is going basically to show you how to what is hardware wallet, how to set it up, and how to use it. And on the second stage, I will show you how to integrate it actually with something called Metamask, and to actually use DeFi protocol very easily. We are not going to go into too deep into that. And I'm going to show you also some new kind of wallets alternatives to hardware. So all of that for you to have a secured crypto. So thanks a lot for joining. Please use the chat if you have any questions, and Khun Bit, I will let you start. Thanks a lot.
Okay. First of all, I would like to say thank you to you, Max, to bring me here. And I think this is a very good session that I always talk to my audience that I think the first thing that you need to know is how to keep your asset, because it's very important. It doesn't matter how good at you can find the digital asset, because if you don't know how to keep it, you will lose everything that you can you get. So I would like to start from the wallet. The wallet it has a lot of types of wallet. Let me share the slide. But the myth of the wallet, everybody think the asset is stored in the wallet. They always compare with the real life that the money is put in the wallet. That means if you have a wallet in the digital world or in the cryptocurrency space, if you lost your wallet, the asset will disappear. This is a wrong understand, and is misconcept about the cryptocurrency. Today we will understand what is exactly about the wallet, The wallet is actually mean the key. In the wallet, it's not have the digital asset. It contains the private key. And the private key in the wallet has a lot of private key. But the key that contained in the wallet, you can use for a particular like a locker. If I compare with the real world that you may understand, in the blockchain, it has a lot of locker, and only you that have a key to access in that block. That means if you lost your wallet, you lost the key to access the blockchain. So if you understand like this, you will know how to manage your assets, because if you lost your wallet, you just find the key to access your asset in the blockchain. Your assets still in the blockchain. You not lost it. For the type of the wallets, it has actually it may have a lot of shade in the wallet, but I bring only 4 major that you may ever use this. The first one is software wallet. The software wallet I may talk about in the early stage of the blockchain. They always use the software installed in the desktop or computer. I define that like a software wallet. You download the wallet software and install it in your computer or in your laptop. For the second one is a mobile wallet. That's the revolution of the wallet. For the people they adopt to use the mobile, the wallet deploy to the mobile too. The third one is the exchange wallet, because we always use exchange to exchange your asset, right? So when you would like to exchange your asset, you need to transfer your asset into the exchange to swap it, to exchange it. And the last one that I will introduce you is called the hardware wallet. It's like this. If I show you, it's like this. I have a lot of hardware wallet because I review the best one for the audience. Like this one, it says Ledger. This one is Tracer. Tracer, it has a lot of model. This one is model T. You can use the touch screen to control it. Okay, go to the next slide. The most important thing about crypto is related to the cyber security. It's not only the crypto. Actually, every activity in the cyber is related to cyber security. I have experience in cyber security, so when I jump into the crypto space, I have like some competence about the cyber security that take me such an advantage to protect my asset. And I would like to tell you, the usernames, passwords is not enough in the crypto space anymore. So you need to use the another solution to protect your asset. It has a lot of things. I will introduce you one more thing. If username passwords is not enough, the most important method that they use in the large company in the world that they always use is like it's called two-factor authentication. The two-factor authentication it has a lot of methods, and I would like to introduce you this one. It's called YubiKey. YubiKey is like 2FA, like two-factor authentication, but use the hardware to identify yourself. It will help you if you lost or your username and password was compromised from hacker, but they not have this one. They cannot access to our account in your Gmail, in your Exchange account, Facebook or GitHub. You can use this one to protect yourself. It's not only for the crypto assets. And I combine everything for me. I use YubiKey and I use a hardware wallet to maximize my security. For the hardware wallet, is a good solution in terms of to protect your crypto asset. It has some phrase that state not your key, not your coin. You may remember I told you the wallet is the key. The key is it's called the key is like the tools to prove your ownership. If you not have the key, it is not your. The digital asset is not your. If you lost the key, that one will be stuck in the space. You cannot use it anymore. So you need to keep your key like you keep your money. Why the hardware wallet is a solution? Because it's contain the wallet is contain the key. If you put your key in the digital world, the hacker may have the way to get your key. They got the footprinting to know where is your key, what is your key. But if you use the hardware wallet, if you take the private key offline, it's very hard for hacker to compromise it. And if you can imagine the hardware wallet is like a black box. The function of the black box is when someone would like to prove you have the ownership to execution something with your asset, they will send something to you in that black box, and you send something back to them to prove this one is mine, so you can do it. That is only the mechanic of the wallet, and that one is a hardware wallet. The most important thing that create the it's the most important thing that control the private key. We call the seed words. The seed word is the word in our daily life, but the standard of the wallet that implement from the Bitcoin create the standard that called BIP 39. It stands for Bitcoin Improvement Proposal 39. It will have 2048 words in the list that you can random at least 12 words that you're gonna get the length of the private key meet the minimum requirement. But if you would like to strengthen your security, you may use 24 words to control your private key. Seed words, the short definition of the seed words is the master private key. every time that you generate your address to receive your asset, it will belong to the master private key. What is seed word? The short definition of the seed word, I would like uh, to compare with the key maker. That's why the seed words is very, very important, because the seed words, like a key maker, you can copy your key if you lost your key. So if you lost your hardware wallet, it doesn't matter, as long as you have your seed word. You can copy the key every time if you want. Some people ask me, can they use two hardware wallet with the same seed word? The answer is yes. You can copy the key 10 times, 100 times. Is how many times that you want. If you want a lot of key, you can copy it. So like I told you, the assets is stored in the blockchain. So this is just the key. We can copy the key anytime you want. So I would like to show the video. Okay. This is the video that I show everybody how to use the hardware wallet. When you got the hardware wallet, the most important thing that you need to check it first is the seals and the component in the packet. It should be completely clean. No one write the seed word down into the sheet. You need to check in the website, the official website, how many items in the package. In the packet, you're gonna get the recovery sheet for write the seed word down and keep it offline. Don't take a photo and put it into the cloud. That one is like you copy your key into the digital world, and very harmful. Okay, I will fast forward. When I initialize the hardware wallet, it will be show the welcome screen. If you get the hardware wallet and you see the wallet has the address in place, that means that maybe is something wrong. You need to generate recovery seed by yourself. The most of hardware wallet always have the pin function to identify is it yourself before access to the hardware wallet. The pin is always used at when we lost the hardware wallet and you want to restore the seeds and transfer it into the safe place. It reduces the time for a hacker to hack it if you have a pin.
And just maybe one thing, Khun Bit, just for people to understand, the seed phrase is something that Ledger, for instance, here is giving you when you buy the hardware wallet.
Sorry, please. Are we again?
Just wanted to add that the seed phrase is something that the manufacturer is giving you.
The seed phrase, it will be random. When you can see in the ledger that I show in the video, it will be random from the list that I told you, standard BIP 39. It's only 2048 word. It will random when you generate your wallet. You can pick it by yourself, because it's random from wallet anyway. You can pick it. Just minimum that they want is 12. So you need to generate it by yourself. Don't let other people to generate it for you. And the most of hardware wallet company, I never see they pre-generate the seeds for us. It's empty when it's go to you. It's empty. So when you generate the key, after you write it down, before go to use, it will ask you to repeat the word again to make sure that you not type wrong. But sometimes we write down and the alphabet is not clear. You can go back to check in the word list. This word is which alphabet that contain in that word. You can check it. After you get everything ready, if you use a ledger, you need to install the software inside. But if you use the tracer no need to install. I found there are benefit, and for tracer, it support a lot of coin and token, because it's flexible to install and uninstall the application. And ledger is support a lot of chain, a lot of coin, but tracer is quite limit. But it's very easy to use because you no need to install. You just plug and use it. No need to do action. So the last is you generate the account in the application. When you need to send your asset from the exchange, you just copy the address that you generate, and you just press it when you want to get the asset from the exchange and transfer to your wallet. I think it's enough. It's no more information for me, and I will pass it to you. But if someone would like to use a mobile, there are some hardware wallet can connect mobile, such as Ledger model, Ledger Nano X, or this one, Cool Wallet S. But the tracer, you need to connect to your computer.
All right, thanks a lot, Khun Bit, for the demonstration, and for people who never used a tracer or ledger, there is some questions. Which one is better? I will let Khun Bit reply, but I would say in terms of security, they are extremely similar. If you are using one of them, you are pretty safe.
Yeah. I think in terms of the security, I think it's same standard. And the most of vulnerability is not come from the hardware wallet, it comes from the user.
Yes, indeed.
So you need to understand the the you need to create the awareness. For my opinion, I love Tracer because it's easy to use. It's no need to install or uninstall it, but it will lock you like a support coin. If you would like to store a lot of coin and a lot of variety of coin, I recommend to use the Tracer. Tracer support a lot of coin, but for me, I just keep only the major coin. So I am no worry if it does support it, because currently it's enough for me. So I still love this one. Tracer one is quite cheap because the Tracer one, it has a button like this, and it's pressed like this. The lifetime is quite long. Than it's longer than Tracer Ledger Nano S. The Ledger Nano S has a button right here. When you press it, it will be crack. But the Tracer, I don't like Tracer Model T because my finger is too big, and this one is quite small. When I press or touch it, it has a lot of problem for me. But this one is very good. I would like to show you the feature of the Tracer Model T. It's called Smear Backup. It's very, very cool. Smear Backup is you can split your seed. Like if you imagine your seeds like data is stored on the hard disk, you can configuration for the hardware wallet like hard disk rate. You can split the seeds like a five set of seed, and you can lose two. You can use only three to combine and create the master private key.
It gives an additional layer of security and
Yeah.
and also allows you to make some mistake. And just I have some questions on the chat. So I will try to we reply which one is safer. You reply already on the difference between Model T of Trezor and Ledger Nano X. Personally, as well, I use a Trezor Model T, which is very simple, very basic, but also very simple. And one question from David who says that what happens if Trezor or Ledger is going rogue? Can they make an update and steal your crypto?
Sorry.
You want? The question was, if Trezor, the company, or Ledger, the company is going rogue, can they make an update and steal your crypto?
I'm not quite clear about this question.
Actually, they can't. The way that the seed is generated is random and not controlled by the company.
Yeah.
So it's not an update that is going to change your seed phrase. So I think there would be a very, very, very minor possibility that it happens, but it's not the case.
I think the most of the company that create the hardware wallet, they share the code. You can review the code.
Yeah. Yes.
You can review it.
Yes,
they trap your information or not. This one is called Smear Backup. If you have a seed phrase, you can generate the seed phrase like 5 set. You can lose 2, but you have 3. You can restore. It's very good option, because if someone trap your seed phrase just one set, they cannot use it, because we set already it need to combine at least 3. And this function is only Tracer Model T have in the market.
All right, but Thanks a lot, Khun Bit, for the presentation. We will continue with the question just after for the Q&A. Maybe
Okay.
just to recap very quickly for the people who arrived just after. Basically, what we showed you, what Khun Bit showed, demonstrated was a hardware wallet and how to use it and how to set it up. I will just share my screen and go with a small presentation with a little demo on what you can do with a hardware wallet and also another alternative for a different wallet. So give me 1 second. So sorry for that. So basically what Khun Bit show you is those two, the Ledger Nano S that you mentioned and the Trezor. I think it's the first model, right? And so as you can see, it's not very user-friendly, despite the great job that Khun Bit just did demonstrating how it works. I don't think my mother is going to be able to use a Ledger or a Trezor anytime soon. So it's kind of difficult, but anyway, today it's one of the most secure way we have to handle crypto. And this is something that we mentioned already. There is this use and say that it's not your key, it's not your coins. This sentence arrived pretty early for you guys who have been in the crypto space since 2012 or 2013. People used to deposit their coin on an exchange called Mt. Gox, which has been hacked. And a lot of people lost a lot of money. And that's after that people try to come up with solutions to basically have another level of security and give you control of your coins. So it has some pros and cons. And the risk, and the first one that Khun Bit highlighted is that, well, you are your own bank now. You are going to secure your private key, you are going to secure your asset by yourself. So it might be good, but there is a lot of risks. So of course, the main one is if you lose your seed phrase or you didn't store it in a proper way, well, basically you have almost no way to recover your coins. So some people are very afraid of that part. You can't call anybody. There is not a call center at Ledger or Trezor which is going to help you recover your seed phrase. And that's the whole point of it. We don't want people to be able to recover instead of you. So you have a great responsibility when you are using a hardware wallet. It's very secure, but it has some risk, and you need to be aware about the security procedure that you have to take into account. So as I mentioned below, you must manage everything by yourself. And I remember back in time when I had my first Trezor or first Ledger, it was something extremely difficult for me to understand how was it working, where was my keys. Khun Bit was mentioning, I thought my Bitcoins were inside my Trezor, but they were not. So it's not user friendly, and we understand that. So be careful. If you go to that road, it's going to be very secure, but it's going to be something that you have to take responsibility for it. However, there is some advantages, right? The trade-off that we are giving at the first part are becoming one of the advantages that you have. You manage your own security, and basically you are your own bank. And that's a lot of that's one thing that people into the crypto space care a lot. You want to be able to control your asset. You don't want to give your asset to any third party, which might be able to steal it or lose it or get hacked and so on. So it's not something, sorry, because I'm adding some people in the same time. So it's something difficult, but it's the whole purpose of being in crypto. You need to take responsibility to manage your own security and to make sure that nobody can actually steal them. If you are working with any exchange and you are trading Bitcoins or cryptocurrencies, often you'll deposit your cryptos into an exchange account in Thailand or outside. The risk there is that basically your coins or your assets are not yours anymore. they are the exchange ones. Non-officially, but basically they are the one holding them for you, and there might be some risk for them to be hacked, and they have some procedure in place for that. But it happened in the past that some exchanges have been hacked, and basically people lost a bit of money. So obviously today, exchanges are very secured. There is less and less hack. They have some custody solution in place, so most of them can be trusted, especially the one which are regulated. In Thailand, we are quite safe to have such a regulatory framework, so we can be quite secure for the funds. So once you have your Trezor, your cryptos are secured with you, and you can hold them. But basically, I would like to show you something that still most people don't know. It's how do you interact with decentralized finance, how you interact with decentralized app while you are still having your coins on the Trezor or on the ledger. So I'm not sure if some of you are familiar with Metamask. It's a wallet which allows you to basically use decentralized finance protocol or use any different games or any dApp built on blockchain. So it's a wallet. It's on your browser, and it's something that people generally don't know very well. So I'm just going to show you how it works, and a very, very simple demo. Let me share my browser. So basically here we are on the Metamask website. So it's something which is very simple and that you can trust it. It has been built by consensus. I think it was 4 years ago, and now there is more than 5 million people using this software. So basically what it is, it's a wallet which is included in your web browser. So very simple, you download it now, and then you will see a little fox on the right hand part of your browser that you can see here, right? So here is my wallet. I have two. I have one account, which is the wallet in my browser with a little bit of ease, and there is something called my Trezor, which is my hardware wallet. So with Metamask, I can see here my Trezor. I can see a lot of little coins that I have in it. Some people will remember Omisego and some Thai projects. So this is a little bit of Ethereum that is on my ledger, and basically that I can use it to use in decentralized finance or anything like that. So my keys are already still secured by my Trezor. I have it here, wallet, so it's linked to the browser that you are seeing here. So what can I do with it? So wanted to show you maybe one application that I like. It's a Thai company that some of you guys know. It's called Alpha Finance, and basically it's a lending protocol of decentralized finance. So here you can see there is some a dashboard of different liquidity pool, but I will take something very simple. Let's say that I have some ETH on my wallet, which is the case here, and I would like to use it, right? Because I don't want my coins to do nothing. You can simply go into this website or any other ones, and here you can want to supply some Ethereum to get some returns. It's very simple. Here I can supply 0.22 ETH. I confirm, and then my coins are deposited into the Alpha or protocol. After that, once it's there, I can withdraw them directly to my wallet, to my Trezor, and my keys are always secured with the Trezor that Khun Bit show you. So it's just an example. I took Alpha Finance because they are a Thai company, but you have some big ones called Aave, which is kind of the same. Today, we are not going to go into detail into decentralized finance, but mostly this is the kind of the same thing. You have different tokens that you can supply. This is here. You can supply some stable coins, different protocols. So it's kind of very easy to do once you install Metamask and once you have your wallet secured with your Trezor. So you can participate to those protocols. And this is the whole point of being in crypto today. It's basically that now you can do something with your cryptocurrency instead of holding them, and you can participate to the protocols. So that's MetaMask, very easy to do. It's free. So I really highly recommend you guys to look at it and to install it in your browser. It works with Chrome. It works with Brave. So very simple to install. All right, so let me go back. One second, go back to this one. So that's MetaMask, and that's still something that you can use with the Trezor that we mentioned. I just show you in the demo that you can actually participate to the decentralized finance space. It's not a financial advice. I don't recommend people actually to use it. You need to understand how it works. But what I wanted to show you here is that you can use something built in your web browser and still secure with your Trezor and basically participate to decentralized finance. So what we have seen so far is that it's quite difficult, right? You know, it's difficult. You need to buy a ledger or a Trezor. You need to install it. You need to have your seed phrase recovery. You need to install MetaMask to be able to participate to decentralized finance. So it's mostly done for people who are quite good at technology or very interested in the space, but for people which are actually not very familiar with all of these things, it's quite difficult. And there is some alternatives. There is some alternatives in the markets, and I wanted to show you one actually, just something that we quite like and very easy to use. So it's called Argent. It's a new wallet, a non-custodial wallet, as we say, which means that Argent is like, if you want, it's a mobile application which will be used kind of a Trezor. They don't hold your coin. They are just a protocol to be able to secure them. So I'm going to share actually my phone just to show you after on my phone how it works. But there is something very good with this wallet is that you can, the same way that you are securing other things, you can have your 2FA, you can have your Face ID to secure it, and they introduce something called social recovery. So I'm going to go a bit in detail after that, but this is a way for you to recover your assets in case you lost your password or someone steal your phone. So it's kind of more user-friendly than a hardware wallet, and I think it's more suitable for people who just join into the crypto space, which are looking for an alternative to secure them in a very easy way on an app on their phone. So, as I mentioned, the social recovery part is kind of new in the crypto space. It has been introduced by this company called Argent and another one, but tonight we are going to talk about Argent. You can basically ask someone, your friend, a family, a coworker, whoever, to basically be the guardian of your crypto as well. Which means that if you lose your phone, someone steal it, or you lost the password to access it, well, your friend will still be able to recover the wallet for you. So it gives kind of additional layer of I would say usability to not have to set up a whole ledger and to go through all the seed phrase and so on. So I'm going to show you on my phone. I'm going to make this demo live, which is something you should never do when you're doing something like that. So just wait a second. I'm gonna connect my screen. One second. 98. So can you see my screen or can you see my my mobile? Khun Bit, can you tell me if it's
Yes, can see.
Oh.
Yeah, you can see. you can see the mobile, right?
Exactly.
So this is my phone. Yeah. So this is my phone, and this is the wallet I just showed you. So very simple here. You can see I have a little bit of Ethereum as well. I have $14. And this is very simple. Here you can scan the QR code. You can basically transfer some funds here. You can have your friend to send it. It's very easy, very simple wallet. But one thing I wanted to show you is what we call the guardians. So here, as you can see, I set it up a guardian in order if someone steal my phone or if I lose it. Here, Mr. Guillaume Lessin, which is working at Atato as well, will be able to actually recover my wallet and make sure that I'm not losing my funds. On the same way, I'm protecting him in case something happened with his wallet. Very important. So you can add 2 or 3 guardians if you want. You can use your Trezor if you wish to protect you. It's kind of very easy. And you have a lot of phone security. You can change your passcodes, a lot of addresses that you can list here to be able that they are secured. And a lot of different applications, especially for you to tailor-made your security as you wish. One last thing that I wanted to show you in this wallet is that there is a part called Invest. And this is what we have seen, on the protocol. This is decentralized applications protocol here, Aave Finance. And here you can basically supply some stable coins and get some returns directly from your wallet. So for example, if I had my $14 of Ether, I could supply my ETH here. I got 1.88% a year, which is very low, but it used to be higher than that. So as you can see, inside the wallet, I can secure them, hide the guardians, and after that, invest in any protocol that I wish. So just wanted to show you how it works. It's kind of very user-friendly. It's a good alternative compared to what the others are doing or any other application that you might see on Ledger. All right. So that's kind of basically it. I wanted tonight with Khun Bit to show you 2 different ways to secure your wallet. Either using a Ledger one for the people who are looking at going a bit deeper into the technology, and this wallet called Argent, which is actually kind of more user-friendly and which offers some different level of security as well. So I hope you can hear me well if my connection was right. Khun Bit, can you tell me if it was all right?
All right.
All right. Okay. And so we have a lot of questions in the chat. I will try to ask some of you.
Okay.
Give me one sec.
I think the first question by David about the YubiKey that I introduced them to secure the account with the YubiKey, and he asked us about how to restore if we lost. We can't do that. When we use a YubiKey, we need to decide the second option for restore. In Google or like I'm not sure, I can't remember. Most of the service like Google, it has an option is called backup key. You may write down the backup key in offline like a seed word. But the second option that I use is I have 2 YubiKey. If you have 2 YubiKey, when someone lost, you can use another one to access your account. And the second question from David is very cool. It is quite advanced for the user. It's called passphrase. The passphrase is like the 25th seed word. I would like to show you what the mechanism of the passphrase. I write the article in my website to explain it because there are a lot of people use the passphrase and their address gone and they doesn't know why it's gone. The first question that I will ask them, do you enable your passphrase? And they always say yes. I told them, just disable it, your account will be back. The technology is in place, but the knowledge of how to use it is you need to understand what is the benefits of that. If you don't understand, your asset may lost forever. If you can't remember your passphrase, you cannot access your asset anymore. If you see in the picture, if you have the recovery receipt over here, and you have no passphrase, the set of the wallet will be reflect to the set of A. But if you press the word mata, it will be generate the set of the wallet is B, and you no longer to control the set A anymore. It will be behind you. It's the passphrase is like you prevent someone trap your seed word. Sorry.
Go ahead, Khun Bit.
That's all. I think I just want to show the set of the seed word if you generate the set of the wallet, and you cannot lose it. If you enable, you need to remember it. And the good thing is the passphrase you can set it. It's not limited to the word in the word list like a seed word, but you forgot it, you will lose your assets forever. Please keep in mind. Please keep in mind.
So that's the trade-off when you are using a ledger. Yeah. You are responsible of your coins.
Another question in the second question. He asked me about if you have if you lose it and you want to restore, you need to restore in the wallet that support passphrase only. Like if you use Tracer and Tracer has a passphrase function, you lost it, you need to find some wallet that support passphrase function, such as this one, SafePaw. The SafePaw is support passphrase.
So as for people who are quite deep in the tech as well, sometimes we forget that it's those kind of wallets are quite difficult for people who are really not in the space. And I would just go through some of the questions that there was some interesting one in the chat. There was something and say, well, if I store my assets on Binance, is it safe? I would like to reply two things, if I may. Binance is the biggest exchange in the world, right? So if you store your assets on an exchange, the biggest it is, the bigger the chance you have that they are going to pay you back. So it happens with Binance in the past. They got hacked. Yeah. They actually paid all the money back to their users. However, it happened once. It doesn't mean that it can happen again. So if you are trading a lot, it makes sense to keep some of your cryptos on an exchange. However, if you have a part that you don't want to trade, we would really recommend to use a wallet like Argent or a hardware wallet. So be careful on keeping your coins on an exchange. It happens before. It doesn't mean it's going to happen again, but yes.
There are some questions about which is safer, exchange with the YubiKey or hardware wallet. It's really hard to tell you which one is safer, because if you not have the experience or skill enough, you keep it by yourself, is maybe lost forever. Sorry.
The one thing which is very important here is that it's not a matter of what is safer. It's when you deposit your coins on an exchange, wherever it is, the coins are on the exchange. You don't control them anymore, right? So when you are using a hardware wallet, you are in control of your keys.
Yeah. It's your responsibility to keep it in place and safe. But it depends on the security. It has a lot of change. It is depend of the. It's called risk appetite. It depend on you.
Yes.
Yeah, because
people in crypto have a lot of risk appetite.
Yeah. Like me, I prefer to keep it by myself. But somebody, they know they keep it by themselves is not safe than the exchange keep it. It's depend on you.
And
for my opinion, it's depend on your characteristic. If you are a trader, the activity is in the exchange, so you go to the option that you log in the account. But if you like a holder or like a farmer, like DeFi farmer, I recommend you to use the hardware wallet.
Indeed, I agree with you, Anna. And yes, depending on the risk, there is one option that I didn't mention, but some companies like Coinbase, they have what they call a vault, which is basically you store them with their custody services on cold wallet. As it mentions, it's very safe. You have some procedure to withdraw your crypto. So this is something that you might check it out as well. And a question on MetaMask. If I have a software wallet such as MetaMask and I write down my seed offline, do the hacker can still hack my seed? So your seed not, but when you are downloading MetaMask, you will have a password to access it. So if someone steals your MetaMask password, they will be able to actually transfer your keys. But just be careful on that part. So that's why people don't keep a lot of cryptos on MetaMask. I just would like to show that actually MetaMask has two wallets, and maybe I can just show it very quickly. So here you see it's the MetaMask wallet that I showed you before. On the top here, this is the account one, is what is my in-browser wallet. So this is not secured by any hardware wallet. This one, which has 0.04 ETH. If someone steals my password on MetaMask, he will be able to drain the $137. However, I have a second account, which is this one is with my Trezor that you see here. And this part, actually, nobody can actually do anything unless I'm doing it. So just wanted to show this part for these questions. All right. So is the hardware wallet with a passphrase 25 words is considered 100% safe? Khun Bit, you want to say to reply?
Like I told you, it depends on you. If you have another word, it may be if and you lost it, it's not safe anymore, right? Because you will lose your assets forever. For me, it's not have the answer that fit everybody. It depends on the context. If you have a passphrase and you take a picture for 24 words and keep it in your computer, and you take the passphrase in your brain, it's still safe, right? Because they just got only 24 words. But if you lost your memory, it's gone. So I just want to tell you in terms of the principle. and you need to think by yourself, it is safe or not.
Indeed, you're right. And to follow up on this question, can a hacker use a software to keep trying different seeds with a word combination to steal people's crypto? So the reply is yes, but it will take about 200 years to be able maybe to crack one of those seed phrases. So with the best computer you can have, it's going to take between 150 and 250 years to be able to run it. So it's not likely to happen.
David help us to answer that no such thing as a 100% safe. Just hardly to compromise.
Yes, but you can be sure that if you are using a hardware wallet, there will not be any hacker who can actually guess your seed phrase. It's built exactly for that. So my coins were stolen. Is there a way I can send a small sum, say $1 with an attached message to the hacker asking him to return my crypto? Ling and Joe. Yes, you can, and but let's see if it's going to send them back. Maybe you can get a very nice hacker. Alexandra is asking, you usually need to pay fees when you transfer coin from an exchange to a wallet. Is that correct? Does it really worth it to move coins to a wallet if we consider that exchange have now strengthened their security? So I can reply to this one, Khun Bit, if you want. So two parts to these questions. Yes, every time you are transferring coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or other, you are paying fees. It's fees for the next work to transfer. So, for example, the fees on Ethereum are very high those days. Fees on Bitcoin used to be very high. So yes, every time you transfer, you have a small fee. There is some networks with almost no fees, but all the time you have to pay something. So is it worth it to move your coins from an exchange to a wallet if you consider that the exchanges have strengthened their security? It's difficult. It's a difficult answer because it's going to be always safer if you keep it by yourself in some ways. But as Khun Bit mentioned, it's not for everyone. Exchanges today in Thailand and even in Southeast Asia have a very, very high security and custody solutions for them. So it happened before, even to the biggest one, Binance was hacked. But I believe that the more advanced that we go in the blockchain space, the less likely it's going to be. And there is some very innovative solutions which are coming that are actually going to strengthen the security of those exchanges even more. One thing that I would like to add is often when an exchange is hacked, it's not their custody part which is hacked. It's the part in between during transfers. So it's something that you need to take in consideration if you want to trade, or as Khun Bit mentioned, if you want to hold your cryptos. I would recommend to go into a hardware wallet. Do you agree, Khun Bit?
Yeah. I would like to show something. I'm looking for the video that I lost my asset. Even I use a hardware wallet. It is like I told you, the most important thing about the scalability is a combination between the physical security, logical security, and the user. And the big vulnerability is come from the user. The hardware security is the like I think it's like first thing to do is tangible. Is like you sit into your house and your house is no one not like the door and the window it's empty, nothing to protect you from the other guys. So I would like to show you the example that I connect the Metamask with my hardware wallet, but at that time I got the airdrop from the pool together. It's called pool token that I try to use their service, and they airdrop me 400 I think 450 token, and I lost 209 at that time. It's $45 $45 per token. It's a lot of fun that I lost. At that time, I would like to swap my token in Uniswap. It's a decentralized world, so you need to have awareness when you take some action in the crypto space. I allow this address and this contract to do anything with my token, my pool token in this wallet. So after I say, yes, you can do anything with this token in my hardware wallet, they can do anything. Even you have the hardware wallet. So it's very important when you do some action, you need to read. I allow fake phishing. At that time, it's not marked like a fake phishing. It's marked like a pool token. That I don't know, and the price is up. So I really it needs time. It's urgent to sell it, to swap it. So I didn't read it, and I allowed them to steal my token. After that, I use these tools to revoke the contract. It's called smart contract allowance checker. This one is will revoke the contract that you allow in your wallet, and it has another tool that revoke all the contract in your wallet. It depends on you, but I just want to show you an example about even you have the wallet, but if you not have awareness, it still may have a chance to lose your asset.
Yes, indeed, and thanks a lot for that, Khun Bit. And there is one last question actually. No, there was two last question. Does Argent only support ERC20 token? Yes, that's one of the limitations that they have at the moment. And on top, it's quite costly to send ERC20 token on Argent, because basically you are deploying a smart contract. So the fees are high. There is some drawbacks, but soon there will be some innovation for that. So stay tuned. So the space is always evolving much faster than we think. So all these these issues that we are seeing today, people are working on it to actually improve the user experience for you or for anybody who are new to crypto, who wants to actually use a wallet, store their crypto by themselves, and participating to DeFi, decentralized finance protocol. There is one last question. So if I invested in DeFi farming only with MetaMask without hard wallet, how can hack my MetaMask seed or password? I'm not sure I get the questions, but if you are farming and you are doing decentralized finance farming with MetaMask, if someone is basically stealing the passwords to MetaMask, they can actually access it. But yes, it's kind of possible. So just be careful. And if your crypto is secure no longer in your possession and you are trusting the validator to secure it, so if you are staking if you are staking any coins, basically you are depositing the coins on a contract. So the coins are technically not yours at the moment because they are stacked, but if you can withdraw in them, it's possible. So I just wanted to, the hardware wallet is not something, as Khun Bit mentioned, is not something where your coins are. It's just the keys to actually open them and use them. So just that part to be clear. All right, so it was a lot to do, and I know it's not easy. Believe me, it took some time for a lot of people to try to actually understand what is the hardware wallet, and it's kind of the limitation that we have seen that we are seeing actually today in cryptocurrencies. It's that it's still difficult for people to use it. I know some people feel better using Coinbase or Binance, just having a password, a 2FA, and trade them. It's available solutions. But if you want to go further, please use a hardware wallet. It's not that difficult. Tonight, we really wanted to show you how it works. And if you have any more questions, please reach out to us at atato. We are always happy to actually share about security and what we are building as well. So, Khun Bit, you want to ask something?
A little bit more. It's if you have already have the hardware wallet, in the most hardware wallet company put the function is called FIDO UTF in there already. The function FIDO UTF is similar to YubiKey. So in that function, you can use this one like a YubiKey to prevent your account from the hacker. I have this trick in my channel. You can watch the video in my channel how to enable FIDO UTF from the hardware wallet to prevent your account from hacker.
Thanks a lot. And one thing that I would like to say again, and sorry, I repeat myself, we are hiring at atato. So if there is some backend engineers, security engineers, please, or team leads, please feel free to reach out to me. You can always send a message on our Facebook page or on LinkedIn. We are monitoring them, or directly on our website. Khun Bit, thanks a lot for being the voice of education of blockchain in Thailand. I really appreciate your time. I know you are a very busy man. And I would like to thank you all actually for joining those meetups every month, so the community keeps on growing. We try to bring you some educational contents. If you have more questions, please feel free to reach out. Really appreciate your times, and thanks a lot again, Khun Bit, for joining us tonight.
One more question. Are you open the influencer position in atato?
We can always discuss.
Okay.
We'll definitely think about you, that's for sure. But all right, thanks a lot. It's going to be a short one tonight, and Khun Bit has to go as well. So hope you got some interesting feedback, and please feel free to reach out. Really appreciate your time. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks a lot for the people who come all the time. I saw your faces and really appreciate your support. Thank you. Thank you, and see you next month. Adikab.